So if you're just getting started, the question that I see most, especially in the Facebook space, in all of these forum type areas, the most common question goes something like this. Hi, I just bought a new house. Hi, I'm just getting into lawn care. Hey everyone, I want to start having a nice yard. And then what comes next is, where do I get started? Quite often those people will include a picture. They'll include what they've done so far, maybe where they live, maybe what type of grass they have if they have any sort of idea. And that's fair, right? You come into a space, you don't know anything about it, and you want to know, where do I get started? And you leave that post, and then the comments start rolling in. And the comments and the advice that you get is universally terrible. Going to tell you to do a mountain of things. They're going to tell you every single product that you need to buy, all the fertilizers that you need to do. You need to aerate now. You need to put pre-emergent down now. You need to fertilize now. You need to put compost out now. You need to actually just dig out the top 6 inches of your yard and backfill it with good topsoil and compost. First of all, what is good topsoil, right? Do you even know? They're going to tell you it's organic. Who knows? None of that matters. None of that means anything. The only thing you need to know to get started is that you need to start. Seriously, the greatest piece of advice I can give anybody when it comes to getting into lawn care, when it comes to getting into any hobby, start. And I think LCN did a good job of this in the early days, but there's not a lot of this type of advice out there anymore to just go out and do. All you have to do is go out and do. Because if you get stuck on YouTube, if you get stuck on Facebook, if you get stuck in a forum, you're going to be entering into an endless void of, granted, some helpful information. And to some degree, all of it's helpful. But it's going to be an endless void where you're never going to have enough products, where you're never going to be able to do enough things, where you're never going to have enough equipment, and you're just going to get into this paralyzed state and you're never going to start. Or you're going to launch into the most expensive and unnecessarily laborious process that you could ever even dream of. We don't need to do anything and everything all of the time. This is a process. We need to remove the impatience. We need to remove the fear. We need to remove all of that, and you just need to go out there and do. And now I'm making a series of videos that might help you as a beginner walk through the most basic things that we can do and get started with in lawn care. You can check that out in the corner. I've done a cheap and easy lawn care program that I walked through at my brother-in-law's house that had great results, and it's fairly cheap to implement and fairly easy in terms of the amount of time, effort, and equipment you need, but we need to start. So where I think you need to start, and I go into this in a lot of detail in another video I did on equipment, like an equipment buying tier list, but really we need to just make sure you have a sprinkler, a lawnmower, probably a string trimmer, a fertilizer spreader, and a backpack sprayer. And I know that backpack sprayer is maybe going to be a bit of an investment, especially if you go with the battery ones, but trust me, it's worth it. I want you to enjoy this. And just get out there, start mowing, start watering. My next video is going to be on understanding fertilizer and how to fertilize. So subscribe to the channel, check that out when that comes out here soon within the next week or so. If it's already out when you're watching this, it'll be up in the corner. And then with everything that you do, when you see the results from it, when you see that you didn't kill your yard, when you see the weeds start to die, when you see that green color start coming in, every single one of those steps, you're going to learn how quickly product goes through your spreader. You're going to learn how quickly you need to walk with that sprayer to put the right amount of product out. You're going to learn all of this about the parts of your yard that struggle, the parts of your yard that do really well, how to respond to all that. But none of that happens if you don't go out there and just start doing the first thing. And where do you start? Just mow and water. That's where you start. There you go. No product, no cost. Should be things you have already available to you, and just get started. Take this as my message that you can do it. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about anybody else on YouTube. Most of us have no idea really what we're doing and have no fundamental background in any of this. And quite frankly, a lot of us, myself included, are often giving you bad advice. So if we can do it as idiots, you can do it too. So get out there, go start fertilizing, go start mowing, go start watering, follow along to the series that I have, check that out. Subscribe to the channel to follow along to everything that I'm doing. Before long, maybe you'll get into doing some of the putting green type stuff, whatever other options there are here in the lawn care space. Like the video if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful. Leave your questions, comments below. I respond to all of them. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.